just have to remind you, don't you ever let anybody take your power from you that you did before November 5th. And you have... She looks like she aged more than 10 years. I mean, her neck already looks like she's like 90 years old. But then her face is beginning to look older and older. Like, stop showing your neck so much. Wear a turtleneck. Just, oh my goodness. It's just, The same purpose that you did. And you have the same ability to engage and inspire. So don't ever let anybody or any circumstance take your power from you.
But look, it's been widely mocked. Some suggested that she actually appeared drunk, Bo. Perhaps she's finally unburdened, if I can say, by what has been.
Yeah, I think she's imbibing on what we might call the liberal tears martini. She's been drinking one too many of those. You never heard of that. It's actually one part fake joy. We know that joy was a big part of her campaign. A dash of swing state bitters. She lost all 7 of them. And 150 proof MAGA. That's what's in the liberal tears martini, and she's been drinking way too many of them. Yeah, she appeared drunk on there. But let's be honest. It shows she's out of touch. She was always out of touch. That's the point. When she does videos like this, it's so cringeworthy because that's exactly what her campaign always was. She's a has-been. She's not desirable. No one wants to be a part of her. And so, look, the thing about 2024, I think that's so interesting, is it showed that conservatives have won the meme war. You look at Donald Trump going on Joe Rogan, going on Theo Von's podcast. He took back humor. He made politics funny. And that's something that Kamala Harris could never do. So I think conservatives actually became cool again by embracing humor, because that's something Donald Trump did. And let's be honest, Kamala Harris, there's a lot of material there to lampoon.
Yeah, you're not wrong there, that's for sure. Now, before we let you go, the joyless Joy Reid from MSNBC is yet again calling for her daily shrinking audience, let it be known, to ban Trump voting relatives, this time from Thanksgiving dinner.
If we want to eat with you, we will. But if we just want some peace over the holidays and we don't want to put up with your trolling while we eat our tofurkey, get over it.
Tofurkey?
Acting like we owe you, and for God's sakes, stop. Our Thanksgiving, our choice.
Bo,
Whining, it's embarrassing. Stop acting like we owe you, and for God's sakes, stop whining. It's embarrassing. Our Thanksgiving, our choice.
Okay, I'm going to rewind now because I missed the part.
Holidays, and we don't want to put up with your trolling while we eat our tofurkey. Get over it.
A tofurkey? I have a vegan sister. But she doesn't force her veganism onto her children because it's her personal choice due to her own health reasons. But she ain't put no tofurkey on the table for herself. No, she did not do that. And I don't know why y'all have such. This is their problem. Because if you let in politics come between you and your family, you have a problem, a severe problem, because you're putting your politics as more important than your own family, your own blood relatives. In fact, I feel like some of these people even put politics in front of religion too. So it's like. Because God is no longer the leader. It's the politics that leads them. It's just ridiculous.
Stop acting like we owe you, and for God's sakes, stop whining.
No one is whining, and no one is acting like you or us. You're the only people. Those who voted for Kamala, you guys are the only people that have a problem. No one else is complaining. No one even cares, okay? The election's been over. Ain't nobody thinking about that. People are thinking about other things, such as the constant recall of food, the listeria stuff, the E. coli stuff. They want to know about the football games. They want to know about the weather.
They got other things to worry about than constantly worried about something that's already passed that can't do nothing about. They're moving forward in life, but you're stuck in that moment. Ridiculous.
It's embarrassing. Our Thanksgiving, our choice.
Bo, how bitter must this woman be? I mean, give it up already. America voted. Why won't these hosts move on?
Exactly.
Every monologue that Joy Reid does gets more cringe and hackneyed with each one. It's unbelievable. And I personally, Danica, don't know one single person of all the people I know that actually watches her show. But you know what this reminded me of? I used to be on a talk show where I was the one conservative with a host of liberals. And one liberal guy on that show said that he would not break bread with a conservative or Republican. And that stuck with me because I thought, why not? Because this is the thing. When they don't get their way, when liberals don't get their way, what they do is they want to shut down the opposing point of view. That's exactly what Joy Reid is talking about.
Yep, exactly.
To shun tribalism, shut them down, shut down their voice. And I think that's awful to do because as a conservative, even though we won this last election, it's Thanksgiving here in America. And I think that we can change that because I don't have a desire to not eat with someone that thinks different from me. I mean, what kind of a naive fool would I be if I couldn't do that? And so as an American, especially this Thanksgiving season, I believe that we can actually be the bigger person and should be the bigger person, which is the difference is that my political philosophy wants to lift all boats in this rising tide. Yours wants to discriminate. Theirs wants to discriminate and actually choose things not based on merit. So I think as an American who won this last election, we're people who can sit down and break bread with the other person. And we should do that because we can be the bigger person, unlike Joyless Reed, who apparently can't even be near someone who thinks differently from her. That's a terrible point of view.
Why did they put this on there? Because I was expecting to see something like this on there. Something with Kamala in there at some kitchen. I was expecting to see that, but they didn't put that. Maybe it's in a different video. So VP Harris and Doug Imhoff do Thanksgiving food preparation at the DC Central Kitchen. Make sure you're teaching her how to actually properly prepare the food because make sure that she doesn't go into the bathroom with the collard greens, please. And please have control over your kitchen. Do not allow her to take control over nothing. I highly doubt that she knows how to properly cook for a large crowd. Because clearly she don't. And she gotta wash her greens in the bathtub. Okay, let's fast forward this. Where's your gloves at? And you better not be drunk. Where's your hairnet at? Where is your hairnet? Your hair should be up and out of the way so hair is not going all up into the food. Because right now, you guys you're getting an F with your food handling skills. You have to touching your hat and stuff. But no. You're supposed to be touching food with that. You're supposed to be touching everything else with that. Contaminating the food.
Good morning.
Good. I'm sorry. Can you introduce Dusty is our Chief Operating Officer, and Malik Darby is our Assistant Kitchen Director. So he's going to tell you what we're doing, or they're going to tell you what we're doing today to get you started.
Small gloves.
Sure.
Okay, good morning. Good morning.
As Mike mentioned, my name is Dusty Cooper. I'm the Chief Operating Officer here at Vista Central State Petition. It's a pleasure to have all of you. Happy Thanksgiving. Thank you so much for spending time with us today. This is Malik. I'm going to show you your first task. We have a plethora of collard greens that we have farmed locally and brought in. And all we need you to do today is take that woody stem out of the center. So you can tell Malik is pulling the leaf off of the stem. We're going to discard the stem for digesting later, and then we're going to process the leaves afterwards. You just put that leaf right into the bin, and you wouldn't believe how helpful that's going to be. Any questions? Okay, if we finish this task, we also have some butternut squash we can bag up later, but let's start with this one. And we're here if you need us. Raise your hand. We're happy to help. We've got lots of volunteers. Let me introduce them. We have Miss Jones over here. We have Miss Linda.
I know some of the collard greens look limp.
You have Chef Dwayne. And then over here,
That should not be happening.
they're excited to share their stories with you and talk with you today. And again, welcome. Let's start the eating thing.
Thank you. We are ready.
All right, get them going, Dwayne.
Size of my
I'm the expert. I'm the collard green queen. I know how to do some collard greens.
We're gonna go back and check the steps.
Because, you know, I'm still pretending to be black. Even though I'm Indian and Irish.
I'm offering you the opportunity of a lifetime. Get
We're gonna
Max
skip
for
it.
$2.99
We're
a
gonna
month for
skip.
6 months.
No,
It's time for the main
another
event.
commercial.
Wayfair's Black Friday Savings Spectacular is here.
Come on, skip. Here we go. But she needs to be wearing a hairnet. I don't know what the safety regulations in there are, but I know in Oregon where I come from, they have to be wearing a hairnet. But right now, I'm not seeing a hairnet. So that's a problem. A hat's not getting, it's not going to keep hair from getting all up in the food.
Things are great.
And I'm assuming like the people that actually work there is going to actually handle the cleaning of the actual food.
It got awful as the other words didn't
Because I'm pretty sure that they're going to need to wash those things anyway. After all them people handle it, because
So this is right. So this is
that's safety hazards right there.
this is like dancing in my head for over a decade. We have 36,000 square feet here, so we're upstairs, state of the art.
She didn't even take all the stem off. There's still some big huge stem right there left. She's only getting part of the stem off.
No, everything goes out. A big bit of those are so we're feeding 30 schools now in DC. Most of the schools that we work with are Eastern River. And then we've been able to do the most important piece.
I like to have all the stem off as much as possible, because it doesn't get thin until like the end of it. She's only like doing half of it. That's what it looks like. She only taking off half the stem. See, at least the little girl over there is doing a better job than her. But she's just doing it all randomly. Sometimes does the whole thing, sometimes she don't.
But what we're featuring in a new space is our healthy corn fund. So one of the cool things that we do, and I can also set up but this program we use to help.
Okay, what else happened doing all this? Okay, let's skip this. And, of course she had to, be seen with the collard greens. Because she's still trying to make the people believe that she's black. And we know you're not black, okay? Your mother's Indian and your father's Indian and Irish. So that's what the melanin comes from. That's where the brown comes from. It ain't coming from the African heritage in any form or fashion. Because you know that your grandma was lighter than you. Or your daddy's grandma or something like that, yeah. Okay, forward. So yeah, I think that they're taking where people are actually cleaning stuff, not them. Because they will be going against safety regulations. And I believe it's mostly universal in the United States, regardless what state you're in.
String beans and Brussels sprouts and a salad just to have something fresh. I can take the cornbread with my cornbread. Oh, and dinner rolls. I'm making dinner rolls. Lots of carbs. Thanksgiving dinner.
Why does it seem like no one does actually live here now? Well, I guess this is a volunteer kitchen, so they don't have to meet the same standards, perhaps. And why are they wearing face masks? That's what I wonder. What year is this? Oh, this was 3 years ago. This one was 3 years ago. Then the one that I just looked at. Okay, the one I looked at before. What year was that from? Oh, that was from this year. Okay. I need to make sure to look at the date. 3 years ago, 3 years ago. 3 weeks ago.
You cannot say no. It's like if I go to my grandma and she tell you, hey, sit down and eat. And she asks you, you want more? And you say, no. Okay, you get more. So
My people are the same way.
please take it. It's a season because it's gonna take you a long time to season. So just
your people. Who are your people?
Just rub it. It's a little heavy.
Thank you so
Appreciate
much.
you. You cannot say no. It's like if I go to my grandma, get more. So
My people are the same way.
please take it. It's a season.
Your people are the same way. Your people are Indians. And my people are the same way. I cannot pronounce that. Kajeti? I don't know. My people are the same way. She's so sweet. I think grandma's feeding us is the way of showing love. Oh, so amazing. I feel these are all her supporters right here. Because no one asking is who her people are. You know, these are the same people that drink that Kool-Aid. It's called Hispanic hospitality. It's called hospitality anywhere. What is that originally called? I want to call it a food meal, but I don't think it's called a food meal. I forgot what it's called. Man. Yeah, let's see. What is 18 hours ago?
Liberty Mutual customized my car.
This ancient.
Happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
Did you see that other hat there that didn't fit?
And then you can put it on.
Then you put the hat on top. Okay.
You don't want to wear the hairnet.
Sorry. We're good.
You guys want to use this thing right here? People will follow you.
Oh, so they wanted them to wear hairnets, but they didn't want to wear hairnets. Because they offered it to that little girl. I'm assuming that they wanted it. They might have offered it to others, but we didn't see that part, perhaps. I'm assuming that those are her nieces. Maybe. Not sure, but her nieces are younger, so I don't know whose kids those are actually. But you know them ain't her kids. She ain't got no kids. And her stepkids are all grown and white. Okay, let's go forward a little bit.
If you need us, raise your hand. We're happy to help. We've got lots of volunteers. We'll introduce them. We have Miss Jones over here. We have Miss Linda, Miss Karen, Miss Marion here in the corner. You have Chef Dwayne, and then over here we have Chef Darlene. And there is.
What's your favorite thing? We started to have another retail outlet. So what you didn't see is out front. Animal. Because you know it's like, oh, it's funny.
All I know is that one of the little girls standing there, I don't want this. I cannot stand that attitude in front of kids with that braggy attitude. Nope.
Are you bragging? No. Are you bragging a little bit? No. Okay, here. I'm just being very happy.
Okay.
Kamala Harris is spending the Thanksgiving holiday in Des Moines.
KCCI chief political reporter Cynthia Fodor was in the kitchen with Harris today for an exclusive one-on-one while the California senator prepared Thanksgiving dinner for her family.
Is she doing it in the bathroom?
In a house on a tree-lined street with a white picket fence in the middle of Iowa.
Hi.
Yeah, I actually don't
We
think
found
they
the
are that.
senator in front of the stove.
What are you making? This is turkey stock. So I'm doing, I roasted a turkey neck and vegetables.
Kamala Harris stirring the pot.
I just think that one of the best elements of a really good Thanksgiving dinner is really good gravy.
Cooking up cornbread, cranberries, collard greens.
Okay.
With an Iowa spice.
That's what they
I
get
do
that
think of bacon
picture
as a spice.
from with
The
her with the
Harris
collard
family
greens.
all gathering in the heartland.
Great job.
I'm trying.
She thinks about the needs of American families everywhere.
That's why a lot of my priorities are around things like a middle-class tax cut or affordable child care.
Everybody in America
Or,
is not middle
you know,
class. What
paying
about
teachers their value?
Teaching her niece how to cook.
You're not like cutting it. You're just
Hey,
peeling
I
it.
actually, believe it or not, do know how to peel.
She says teachers need a pay raise and wants schools to work with working parents.
What I am proposing is that we give federal funding to local school districts to come up with after-school programs so that
Some after
we can
school
have
programs
that
be so
day match the
inappropriate.
work day.
Because I know in Oregon, one of my co-workers was telling me about one of the activities that were that was happening in one of the elementary schools, and it was a gay club, and that is completely inappropriate. So I'm glad what Trump is doing right now. He's trying to stop these schools from teaching these kids about confusing these kids. And there's a lot of stuff going on with them pushing the LGBTQ plus onto children and confusing them and trying to push them into basically trying to push them into gender confusion and all this sexual related stuff. But these are the same people who don't want to push religion onto people and think that that it's wrong for there to be like a prayer room for Muslim and Christian students and stuff like that. But it's fine for them to explore their sexuality as children. No. Wow.
And when the talk around your Thanksgiving table turns to presidential politics,
So here's our table.
woo, it's beautiful. It looks like Thanksgiving. There's one thing she hopes you'll say about her.
She is probably the best able to go toe-to-toe with Donald Trump.
Oh, no, that's what you think.
Finally, what are you thankful for?
So delusional. You found
To
out.
be an American.
Yeah, nope.
And, imperfect though we may be,
Nope.
we are an incredible country, and this is a country worth fighting for.
Well, Thanksgiving is 2 days away, and D.C. Central Kitchen is gearing up to serve more meals than ever.
According to organizers, when it's all said and done, they will provide a record 69,000 meals on Thursday, and volunteers have been hard at work all week long to make that possible.
News 4's Walter Morris is in the community with a look at how they're preparing all those meals.
You see how they got on hairnets and gloves? Even the volunteers got on hairnets.
Firsthand. Yes, ma'am. Thank you. The importance of giving
All their hair
My
covered.
parents were immigrants. They immigrated here, and we lived in Anacostia, and lots of people helped them out, because they didn't speak English.
That's why she's joining dozens of volunteers here at
What year is this? Let's see. Oh, this is a day ago. So it seems to me that when Kamala was there, they weren't practicing safety standards. They were not practicing safety standards. Because as you can see, these people have on gloves, they have on hairnets, like one is expected to, I think I got this thing inside out. Yeah, I do have it inside out. Oh, well, I'm still covered. They're following safety standards here, but when Kamala Harris was there, they did not follow safety standards. Wow.